Hi everyone, my name is Savannah Baltera and I'm the Director of Student Involvement and Activities here at UNLV. And this presentation is going to talk to you about ways that you can get involved here as a student. By the end of the presentation, I hope that you're able to know where to go to get involved, what opportunities are available to you, and the importance of getting involved outside of the classroom. So here we go. So why we want you to get involved. Involved students feel more connected to UNLV. You make friends, you build connections with your peers, you build that pride and affinity to UNLV by being involved. UNLV is a really big community with lots and lots of students. And if you're able to find that smaller community within this larger community, you're going to enjoy your college experience that much more. Involvement is correlated with faster degree completion and higher GPA. That's based on research. That's not just people telling us that. That's based on years and years of research that if you're involved outside the classroom, you're going to graduate sooner and you're going to have a higher GPA. And also in this day and age in 2020, employers are considering those co-curricular outside of the classroom experiences, leadership positions, conferences that you've attended, organizations that you've been a part of. They're considering that as part of the hiring process. It's not just, oh, did you get this bachelor's degree in this field and you're hired? It's, did you get this bachelor's degree and what were you doing outside of the classroom as well? So those are all just some of the importance of why you should get involved. So my office is Student Involvement and Activities, and we register over 400 student organizations. And between our office, other offices on campus, and those student organizations, we put on over 850 events on campus with over 25,000 students who attended all of those programs last year. So there's a lot of things happening on campus and a lot of ways for you to get involved. So I'm going to break that down for you. So our student organizations are broken up into all different categories. There's something for everyone. There's academic organizations, honor societies, international, religious, and spiritual groups. There's sports clubs, multicultural organizations, service organizations, and fraternities and sororities. And even though we have over 400 student organizations, if you don't find one that you're interested in, you can start your own. All you need to start a student organization is yourself and 4 friends. So it takes 5 students total. And then you need a faculty, a UNLV faculty or staff member to act as your advisor. You fill out a form on the Involvement Center, which I'll talk about next. You talk about your mission of your organization. You sign all these people up and you have a registered student organization. So this is the homepage of the Involvement Center that I was talking about. The address is involvementcenter.unlv.edu. You log into the Involvement Center using your ACE account. That's the same username and password that you use when you are logging onto a computer on campus or into your Rebel Mail. Same username and password. Once you log into the Involvement Center, you'll be able to search for organizations. You'll see the circle here. You can search by name, you can search by keyword, or you can search by category. So if you're interested in a sports club, you can choose a sports club category, and then all of the sports clubs will come up over that. And then once you join an organization, if you're a student leader in an organization, this is a free built-in website for your organization to use to communicate with students. And that's where you can tell students how to get involved, like your contact information, your social media, when you meet. All of those things can live on the Involvement Center and anyone can access it. Also on the Involvement Center is this events tab next to organizations. That's where offices on campus and student organizations post events. And right now in the times that we're living in, I'm talking about both in-person events and virtual events. So this fall semester is going to be a combo, just like your classes are, of in-person and virtual. So those involvement opportunities, events, and programs are also going to be a combination of in-person and virtual, all of which you'll be able to find on the Involvement Center. So Student Involvement Activities also does a lot of programming for registered student organizations. On save the date for September 2nd, that is going to be our Fall Involvement Fair. It is going to be a mostly virtual event hosted on our social media, which I will have at the end of this presentation. But this is how you can find out about all the 400 student organizations, who they are, what they stand for, how to get involved. That's during the Involvement Fair on September 2nd. We also do Geek Week, RSO Appreciation Week during the fall semester. So look out for those. And then all throughout all semesters, we do developmental workshops for students and student leaders on topics like problem solving, communication, delegation, conflict management, these skills that you can use in your organization, but also in the classroom, and then once you graduate. So those were some of those transferable outside the classroom skills that I was talking about earlier. We provide all of those. And then for the advisors of organizations, we also provide advisor workshops and advisor appreciation. On the third floor of the Student Union is the SORCE room. That stands for the Student Organization Resource Center. It is a space for students to come together, to meet other students, to network. It's a place where student organizations can get resources, marketing materials. You can get butcher paper and paint. There's crafting supplies. There's also computers and printing available for your student organization. We're not sure yet for fall semester what that space is entirely going to look like. It's very much dependent on when the student union reopens, but that space does exist, and we are going to have it up and running in one way or the other this fall semester. So definitely check that out on the third floor, the SORCE room. So now I'm going to go through some of the specific areas in student involvement and activities that you can get involved in. The first one is the Campus Activities Board, or CAB. They just changed their name, so they were formerly known as the Rebel Events Board, or REB. It is the same great organization putting on the same great programs, just with a new name. Some of the signature programs that REB puts on are Homecoming, Premier UNLV, they have open mic nights, Rebels After Dark, they do drag bingo, they do tailgates before UNLV sporting events, and in the spring they do UNLV's Got Talent. This is that social programming board that's putting on large-scale events that are open to all UNLV students. They're always free, they always have good giveaways, good entertainment, and just all-around good time. So CAB is working really, really hard to plan both in-person and virtual events this year. Those larger events that have thousands of people, like Premier UNLV, are not going to happen in the same traditional sense this fall as they normally would have, but CAB is not going anywhere, and definitely follow them on social media so that you can find out how to be engaged in the virtual and in-person events that they're putting on. If you want to join CAB, they meet on Tuesday evenings. You can join CAB at any point, whether you're a first-year student or a transfer student, or you're a junior who's been here and just now wants to get involved. They are always taking members. Some benefits of membership are you get to be part of building these large-scale of these campus-wide programs. You learn event planning and leadership skills. You make new friends, build community, build connection. You can attend socials and volunteer opportunities. CAB meets on Tuesday evenings, and they're going to have some combo of in-person and virtual meetings this fall semester. So definitely join them if planning these events and being part of that programming board is something that you're interested in. Next, I want to talk about UNLV's fraternity and sorority life. Here at UNLV, we have over 1,000 students who are part of the Greek community in 36 different chapters. We have all 4 governing councils here at UNLV, which includes the Pan-Hellenic Council, which is our traditionally women's organizations, social organizations. We have IFC, the Interfraternity Council, which is made up of your traditionally male social fraternities. We have NPHC, the National Pan-Hellenic Council. That is your traditionally Black African-American fraternities and sororities. And then we have MGC, the Multicultural Greek Council, that is made up of multicultural fraternities and sororities. So those 4 councils and 36 chapters make up our Greek community. All of our chapters are guided by these 4 core values: scholarship, service, leadership, and brotherhood and sisterhood. UNLV is a unique Greek community in that there aren't houses, and there's not one chapter house where all members live and go to all of the time. So that's a unique situation at UNLV, but that doesn't stop the Greek community from being a thriving community that you may want to be part of. All of those 36 chapters are going to be doing recruitment in the fall. It varies based on council and chapter how that looks. And so the QR code on the screen right now can take you to the UNLV Fraternity Sorority Life interest form. If you are considering joining a fraternity or sorority, I encourage you to fill out that interest form, and based on your preferences of a council, you can get more information that way. You also can go to fraternity and sorority social media that will be up at the end to learn more about those individual chapters and how to join them. Next up, we have your student government, UNLVCSUN. CSUN stands for the Consolidated Students of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and they are the representatives of all undergraduate students. CSUN works to create a thriving campus community and enhance your college experience. All undergraduate students pay a student government fee, and that money goes towards undergraduate scholarships, student organization funding. They have about $300,000 they provide in funding to our student organizations. They do different campus enhancements like Wi-Fi outside, the emergency lights that you see, the crosswalks on Maryland Parkway, other safety things or other enhancements to campus are paid for, some of which is paid for by your student fee. And then they also do events and giveaways. They always have a really cool t-shirt every year that they do. All comes from your student government. If you want to get involved in student government, there's all different ways that you can get involved. You can run for student body president, vice president, senate president, or you can be a senator, get elected a senator in your college. But they also have ways that you can get appointed that aren't elected. They have directors and assistant directors who run many of the programs that you see on the screen right now. The cap and gown lending program, which is a way for graduating students to borrow a cap and gown rather than pay for one. They help fund extending library hours. There's a textbook lending program in the library. You can get free exam books and Scantrons at the library and also at the info desk in the student union. They support the UNLV preschool, the UNLV food pantry. Student government also employs a lawyer for undergraduate students. So you would just go to the CSUN website, fill out a form, and the lawyer that they contract with helps undergraduate students with their legal issues that they may be having. And then they also fund Rebel Rides, which is a late night golf cart safety shuttle. So if you have a class until 10 o'clock at night at CVC and you parked over in the Cottage Grove parking garage, you can go on the Rebel Safe app and get a ride in a golf cart from your classroom to the parking garage so that you can be safe. So that was a lot of information in a really short time. What I want to leave you with is this. The Office of Student Involvement and Activities is here to help you find your involvement adventure. I talked just very briefly and very broadly of just a few of the opportunities that Student Involvement and Activities provides, but we're here to figure out what you want to see, what you want your involvement adventure to be. So you can reach out to us by coming to the Student Union in Room 316. You can follow us on our social media at Involvement UNLV. We have an email address. We have a website. Any way that you can get in contact with us so that we can hear what you're interested in, hear what you want your involvement journey to be, so we can help you find that path. We're here to help you be successful outside of the classroom, partnered with your success in the classroom. So this is the social media pages of everything that I just went over. So take a screenshot, take a minute to follow everyone: Student Involvement and Activities, CSUN Student Government, Fraternity and Sorority Life, and CAB, the Campus Activities Board, and our website is up there as well. If you follow us, you'll learn about programs, events, everything that's going to be happening at the beginning of the semester. We're excited for you to be here. We're excited for you to join the UNLV community, and we'll see you soon.